Well, we're in Glasgow for the Scottish Cup final. Actually, we're not in Glasgow, we're in my flat playing darts, pretending it's the Scottish Cup final. But it is Celtic versus Inverness Caledonian Thistle, who are a second tier club in Scotland. Now, guess what? I don't have Inverness Caledonian Thistle dart flights. That would be a bit of a stretch. If anyone's got any, want to send me some, drop me a message. I'll do another video with Inverness Caledonian Thistle, if that's what's going to work for someone. However, I thought I'll use the Scotland flags flights because chances are, if you're not a Celtic supporter, you probably want Inverness to win. Maybe you're not that bothered, but chances are that's what you would like to see on the day. So they'll be the people's favourites on the day, if you like. So it's higher or lower is the format. It's similar to the FA Cup final predictor, if you haven't watched that already. So we're going to have a bull off to see who starts. Well, they are the best team in Scotland, and that means business because that's a bullseye. So Celtic are going for a domestic treble today if they win this event. Well, Inverness have thrown a bull. Hey, I'm not smart enough on the editing. I don't know how to make these things up. If I throw it, it's in. If it's on the screen, I've thrown it. So, do you know what? I've never thrown 3 bullseyes. So I'm actually going to just interject on this video. And I'm going to have a go here. Oh! How do you get 3 darts in a bullseye? I've seen Simon Whitlock do it. Anyway, that last dart was just for vanity. So we're going to have to go again on the bull off because that was a tie. Celtic would have thought they had the upper hand there and they don't. That's the outer bull. Bullseye would take it. Oh, poor dart there. Okay, so Celtic have won the bull off and will choose to go second because that's their advantage. They then know what they need to do to win it. So I'll talk you through the format, but like I say, I've done higher or lower on a video already a couple of months ago. If you scroll down, you'll find it in there somewhere. Or the FA Cup final predictor between the 2 Manchester clubs. Took the same format as this. Inverness Caledonian Thistle, so Celtic are going for the clean sweep if they win this. And for Inverness, at the point I'm filming this, there's 1 game left in the Scottish second tier. And they're level on points with their rivals for a playoff place, and they're playing that team on the final day. Inverness against Ayr, so unbelievable. So probably a long shot to say Inverness could be in the Premiership next season because they'd have to win that game, then win 3 two-legged playoffs, including against a team that finishes second bottom of the Premiership. But hey, they could be in the Premiership next season, and they could be in Europe if they win the Scottish Cup. So let's go. It's Celtic up first, and any score here just to register a start. All 3 darts must be on the board. Bloody hell. Well, that might not be on the board. Okay, it's not on the board, so my policy is if a dart doesn't go on the board, aside from being embarrassed, I'll re-throw it. I think there's still a bit of a buzz after the double bullseye. Everything just needs to settle down a bit and we'll get on with the main event. So that's 31. So I'm predicting Celtic are going to call higher than 31 to get their first goal on the board. Uh-oh. It's 24. Okay. Well, they needed all the darts there to beat 31, which is not great, but that's 43. So that's 1 for Celtic. And by the way, 43 is a horrible number. I'm going to I'm going to back myself for always fancy myself for a 45 or a 60. I'm going higher. What a mess. It's 21. If you level the score, it does count. So 20 would do it. Wow, I've saved it. And actually, I think the composure has totally and utterly gone, because, well, I'm saying level the score. That's 41, but I was on 43, and well, it's all kicking off on the sidelines now, and well, it's going to VAR, and VAR determined a rethrow. Well, this is very controversial indeed. They're on one goal. You'd say it's their own fault. They didn't know. There's incredible scenes here, but these 3 darts to exceed a score of 43. 12. Well, 1. Forget it. What's that? 13. Oh, that was thrown at tops. 33. So controversial scenes here, but at the end of the day, Celtic are done on 1 goal. So that could be a shock on the cards. Inverness now just need to register their score here. And that's off the board. Same with the Celtic. This is an appalling expedition of darts. Okay, so we've got 42 there. Wow, that's a horrible number again to get off the mark. And they're going to go higher than 42. There's 5. There's 5. Well, that's 10. I need 32 or more. I back myself on double 16. That is a mile away. Well, Celtic achieved higher or lower once, and Inverness haven't achieved it at all, which means Celtic have won the cup. It's the worst Scottish Cup final in living memory, or any memory, and I want to just scrap that and redo the whole thing, because that's not what higher or lower should be about, but I can't scrap it because of the 2 bullseyes at the beginning. So, pathetic performance from both teams, a real scrappy affair, but I'm calling Celtic as the Scottish Cup winners, which I don't think will surprise too many people, given the 2 clubs and their stature. But Inverness have knocked Celtic out of the Scottish Cup twice this century, 2001 and 2003. If you're not familiar with Inverness, maybe watching this from another part of the world, that is the city of Nessie, Loch Ness. So if you're ever visiting and you find him or her, give me a shout. I'll do the reveal on this channel. But to the best of our knowledge, it doesn't exist. But could they win the Scottish Cup? Maybe as much chance as of finding the Loch Ness Monster. But who knows? And in the meantime, thanks for watching this video.